Hey there, Libra. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope you're doing really, really well. So let's take a look at these tarot cards first. Wow, here's the King of Cups. Okay, this is very interesting, you guys. Four piles in a row now have started off with a Cups card. So pile one was the Six of Cups. Pile two was the Ten of Cups. Pile three was the Two of Cups. And now we have the King of Cups. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's probably like never happened before. All right, here's Judgment reversed. Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, this is already starting to tell a story here. Okay, so I think the bottom line of this reading is that this person does care about you, does love you on a deep level, but keeps it under wraps, keeps a lid on it, keeps it under control, doesn't want to tell you at all. But it's like they know that they love you and they know they have feelings for you. And the thing is, like, I feel like you were brought into their life to help kind of like awaken their heart and to kind of get them out of their ego somewhat, because they were going down a path to be super, super ego driven. And they are not really waking up. They're resisting everything you shared with them and brought to them. They've been resisting it. I feel like they're trying to kind of turn a blind eye. They're trying to, they're just not, they're not like ready to see their mistakes, because I feel like they're a very prideful person. So they could be kind of like an Aries Taurus combination. So with the King of Cups, this is at least a piece of positivity right here, though, because this is a very lovely person, someone who truly cares. And the thing is, like, they're really attracted to you with this Queen of Wands showing up here. So, they see that you have it going on, that you can accomplish a lot, you get a lot done, you're really pretty magical. But these two pages are here, so it's like, they're like, with Page of Pentacles, with the Queen of Wands, they're like, I have nothing compared to you. They're still trying to learn the way of the world with their finances. They're just starting out mastering their finances, and they feel like you've already accomplished that. You're good where you are, and you're just shining your light, and they feel kind of worthless in that manner compared to you. And the Page of Swords, this is someone who is just wanting to kind of stay quiet and keep their distance, maybe just watch you, rather than they just kind of want to watch you to see what you do. They're curious about you, but they're definitely not in a place where they want to share anything with you. So here's the Nine of Cups. Yeah, speaking of not really wanting to share anything with you, I feel that they are very much just into wanting to kind of feel good in their own, like, home, like, just they like, I feel like they like to isolate themselves and be alone. And I'm not talking about just like the current circumstances in the world. They're someone who just has a lot of enjoyment, like, being alone, and they are definitely like afraid to like let someone else into that. They're kind of afraid of the Ten of Cups. Here's the Queen of Swords. Yeah, they feel like bringing someone into this will mess up like their contentment, even if you are just like the sweetest person, because you probably are kind of like a Queen of Cups and you would be very sweet and caring for them. But I think they fear very much getting close to anyone, because they feel like anyone they get close to will ultimately just start lashing out at them and start being kind of mean and controlling with them. So they keep their distance for sure and just stay in their own bubble. Here's the Eight of Wands. So another card of, like, I just feel they are kind of in a chaos almost when it comes to you, and they feel like if they gave into you, that they're like such a passionate and just like hungry, driven person, that if they gave into you, then they would just, I feel like their life would turn into like a chaos, and they'd lose their control that they had on things. So here's the Four of Cups, and it's interesting, the Queen of Swords again, the Five of Wands. And this is interesting now that the Ten of Cups is coming out, and the Empress with the Five of Pentacles right next to it. So, all right, the Four of Cups, this is very obvious right here that they prefer to just keep things as they are right now. They're not ready for emotional change. They Yeah, they're very just comfortable in their current circumstances. They don't like change. And I feel like they're really afraid, since they have been, like, they've been kind of like shutting you out. They're really afraid of causing conflict with you. They're afraid like how much you could probably cut them to shreds in an argument. And so I feel like they are kind of like hiding from you right now. So the thing is, though, there's with the King of Cups here, and now this, the Ten of Cups and the Empress, it's like, it's so obvious that they know that you're like the one for them, and that you would actually be capable of bringing them this happiness. They could see a happily ever after with you. But look at this, like, Five of Pentacles, the Empress together. This isn't an emperor here. This is someone who feels like they are nothing compared to your worth, just like we were kind of seeing here with the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands showing up together like that. And interesting, speaking of the Page of Pentacles, that's the next card coming up here. And here's the Eight of Cups. And the Ten of Swords. Okay, so, geez, this is rough, you guys. So I feel like since they're still at this stage of like not feeling financially good enough, or like just not good enough in some way, they are walking away. They feel like they need to end things with you. Now keep in mind, this is just an energy snapshot, so it doesn't mean things are going to be this way forever, but I feel like right now they are trying to kind of distance themselves and just try to cut off any feelings they have for you. You know, I feel like they think they can end this with you by just like distancing themselves, but they don't understand that they have this deep love for you, and they're not going to be able to get you out of their mind or their heart. They think they can, because I feel like this is like their usual mode of operation, that if something doesn't serve them, you know, they're kind of like an egoic type person. If something doesn't serve them, then they just kind of like cut it off, and they just keep going, because they're very much like an ends justifies the means kind of person, you know. But things don't seem like too rough right now, because we're not having like the Five of Swords come up, you know. That's like win at all costs, ends justify the means. So I feel like they're just trying to kind of sneak off and just hope things will, you know, return to normal for them, because I feel like you represented too much change for them, and they weren't willing to accept that into their life. So they were willing to instead risk you really upsetting you. They were willing to risk your wrath. But I feel like you're not doing that, because you have so much composure, and, you know, because you are just this like really worthy, like noble person, that you're not going to snap at them for maybe some of their unfair behavior, or just, you know, sneaking off. So this is interesting, you guys. Here's the Queen of Wands for a second time with the Lovers right next to it. So very interesting. Three of Swords, Nine of Cups again, and the Page of Pentacles for the third time. So that there could be a very strong message here with the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles can also be a student. So, you know, they could feel maybe like you were like their teacher somehow. Maybe that started making them feel a little inferior, because they felt like you knew so much more about life and just like how to maybe even make money. Like you're better at making money than them, possibly. So I feel that they are missing like the pleasure that you brought into their life, because you did bring a lot of pleasure and joy to them. And look at this. They definitely feel super romantically and physically attracted to you. The Lovers, you know, I really feel like they saw that with the Ten of Cups and the Empress, that you were their true love. But this is someone who operates on rationality and strategy, and not on love and matters of the heart. They're not ready to fall in love until they're financially ready and stable for a family. They are trying to become the Emperor right now, not just the King of Pentacles. They're ready to become the Emperor. Okay, so here's the Seven of Cups, Seven of Chalices. So to me, this is saying like they might have kind of walked away and ended things, but they're still dreaming about you. I feel like you're in their dreams a lot. They can't get you out of their mind. And here's because of this, you know, partnership. It's always been you. This feels like the Two of Cups. This is very much speaking to what we were just seeing here. They know that you're the right partner for them. When they're ready for a partner, they know that you're the right one. Okay, so here's recovery. So you guys both, I feel like you brought a lot of intensity into their life. Like they're not used to feeling like this for anyone. You were just very intense for them, and they put you through a lot emotionally. So it's like you both are needing right now to just kind of recover from the situation. Just take a breath and just be able to breathe again. Yeah, wasn't there that Tony Braxton song, like Breathe Again? I don't remember the lyrics really, but I was just hearing that song right now. Oh gosh, so yeah, you guys just need to go sit and breathe again. This has been, I feel like this has really taken a huge emotional toll on you. Maybe you should start like doing some breath work, or getting more serious about meditation or something like that, because that can help you get more in touch with yourself, your soul, your spirit. And that's what is going to bring this relationship back into balance, back into a connection, if it's meant to be, is you just getting within yourself, just going within, calming down, letting this person go. If you feel you're resonating with this. All right, here's High Priestess of Earth, which is like the Queen of Pentacles, or even the Empress again. And Beauty. So with these two cards together, this feels like the Empress for sure. So, and here is meditate. Wow, I was just saying meditation. That's weird. Okay, so know your worth. You guys, if they're like dumping you and cutting things off, that sucks. That's wrong. In comparison to what you're worth. So, but I mean, I don't want to say it's wrong, because I feel like this time apart is going to give you a lot of time to grow and to see your own beauty. And this time apart might help their love for you grow. They might be able to see that they truly do love you and they are missing you a lot, because I feel like they need an opportunity to miss your presence in their life right now. So just know that them rejecting you has nothing to do with you, because you are really worth a lot. You're a really like beautiful person, and they definitely see you this way, and it has everything to do with them just not being ready for this, not expecting it, not knowing what to do, not really willing to kind of change their circumstances, because they do just feel kind of pathetic compared to you, like in a way, at least when it comes to finances, and maybe even just life knowledge and wisdom. So meditation, recovery, this is a big message right here. Like, time for you to just go within and just find your peace and calm again. And this could also mean like they are thinking about you a lot. Even if they're not talking to you, they are dreaming and thinking about you. And I feel like they're trying to figure out what to do with you. Okay, yeah, speaking of dreams, here's the 7th chakra card. You guys have like this heavenly connection. So even if you're apart, it's like, I feel like you're still communicating telepathically. You're still super connected, like no matter what. Here's contract and hostilities. Okay, here's kind of like the 5 of Swords coming out now. So, okay, if some of you are in a situation that you're not like easily available, they could also be kind of distancing themselves because they don't want to cause any like problems in your life. They don't want to disrupt your life. So that could be a lot of it. So part of it is they don't want to disrupt their life and what they're comfortable with, and they do care about you. So they don't want to disrupt your life and everything you've built so far. Okay, wow. So here's acceptance. Geez, with the meditation cards, you are ready to release control of situations or people and lovingly embrace the rhythm of life. So this is a total card of just let go, just accept that you did everything you could. It wasn't your failing. It's just, this is the way things are. And if it's meant to be, it will work out in the future. So for right now, there's like nothing else you can do but just stop and just go within and just breathe and just move on. Just like, don't keep pining over this, because that will keep you stuck in the past. That will keep this relationship stuck this way as well if you keep pining over it. So if you guys are very, very connected at the soul level, you need to shift so they can shift as well. So if you keep staying in the same like really kind of almost needy energy of just wanting this to work so badly, then it's going to just keep things the way they are, where they will just kind of keep running or just like shutting you out, even though that's not it's not necessarily right they're doing that, but it's just kind of how things are. Okay, here we have love is your energy. So let's see. In this case, I feel like this is very much saying that they they do view you overall as a very loving person. So they know your value, they know your worth. They think your energy is extremely beautiful. With the beauty card here too, and the Empress, coming up twice. Queen of Wands coming up twice. So I feel like they really love your energy. But they're so just strategic and in their mind and logical that they don't value love and intimate connections enough. Okay, so here's this Cobra card, which is very interesting. And the horse. And then we have the snake. So for some people, this person could be born in the year of the snake with these two snakes here. Competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. So to me, this just feels like a really competitive or just like jealous person. So it could be, since you can't really be together very easily right now, this could be like triggering their jealousy or something like that. So they kind of push you away because they can't stand feeling like they can't have something. Like it hurts them to not be able to have what they want. So they might have wanted you so much that they had to start like pushing you away. Okay, this card can be pausing, waiting, can be a teacher or spiritual guardian, which is interesting. The Cobra hovers and watches, ever present, ever protecting, ever loving. The essence of the Cobra is found deep within us in the form of the inner teacher. Okay, and manifests externally in those special guides who've led us along our path. So I feel like they really felt like they've learned a lot from you, and you've been like a spiritual guide to them. You've really been a light to them, and I feel like you've had so much wisdom and so much, like, you showed them so much love and kindness that you like really like humbled them, because this is normally like a kind of like know-it-all egocentric type person. So they like would really listen to you. I feel like you're like the one person they would like really, really listen to, because they respected your power and your wisdom so much. But so maybe for a time they were really like intently listening to you, but then they just kind of like had to just go play again. Like they're just like, I've had enough just being serious. I just got to go play. I got to run. So they went back into this horse running mode, so they could have like some Sagittarius in their chart, even like a Venus in Sagittarius, where they're like always like a runaway in a relationship. When things get too intense or passionate, we have fire here, they just slither off. So that's kind of what they did, is they just kind of slithered off, but they just still want to like keep their eye on you. Okay, so the horse represents the most masterful form of earth energy within the deck. So they are trying to master the earth element for sure. Freedom is incredibly important to them, and this is someone who achieves anything and never gives up. So this can also be someone who runs away or feels weak. So it could be like something like they're someone who likes to look and feel very, very strong, and you were so strong that it made them start feeling weak, and that's what made them like run away, because they needed to pretend like they needed to feel like they were still a very powerful person. It's interesting to bring into balance strength training. So this could be someone who does like lift weights or something like that as well, or does some kind of like push-ups, things like that. So I feel like they are getting more just in touch again with the physical realms, because you probably pulled them too much into the spiritual realms, like too much into like an unknown world to them, that they're like, whoa, I got to get grounded again. And that's why they just kind of ran away. That's part of that. So physical stamina, exercise, and mental focus, meditation. So meditation, mentioned here for the third time, are the secret weapons behind the horse's legacy. So this is someone who tries to keep a calm mind as well. Like they don't want their emotions to rule over them. And they could very much have felt like maybe they were having too hard of a time, keeping their emotions in control and in check, like this King of Cups. So they like to have like emotional intelligence and keep their emotions under control. And maybe something in this connection kind of made them feel like they weren't going to be able to keep it in control, because they were starting to like love you too much, because they did feel this bliss with you. Okay, here is the Tower. So this can be kind of like some unfortunate circumstances. This isn't the Tarot Tower. Okay, tower surrounded by clouds. So they felt like, you were kind of like untouchable, and there's all these circumstances that just kept you guys from one another. So they just felt like they're insurmountable. Okay, so we have the snake, and then we have the cassette, which is outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head, and paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. My gosh. So yeah, the 9 of Cups here twice, the 10 of Cups, they do feel like pleasure, passion, paradise with you, beauty. They feel all of that with you, for sure. And, they felt like this fun playfulness with you, joy. They felt like everything with you. It's like the Garden of Eden. But there's this song, it's like something about there's a snake in our paradise. So, yeah, there's a snake in the paradise here. I think something kind of crept in and, like, just booted you guys out of this Garden of Eden you had together, these like paradisical moments together. And it could be because of their outdated thinking. They're resisting this wake up to something new, and it's like all their past is coming back to haunt them, that they just keep cycling it over and over and over again in their head. And that's what the snake was in your paradise, coming to disrupt. Like, it's all their old mental conditioning that disrupted this. This is interesting. We have playfulness, like on this card, and here's playfulness again in engagement. This could be the one. Wow. Okay, codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life, and let your friends help you. Okay, so you really give them a light and free spirit, when they think of you and when they've been with you. So much that they did see, like, you're totally like the one that they could spend their life with, and they would want something more with you. But I feel, they're very much relying on, maybe like they're not fully financially independent just yet, or they're not ready to be a fully strong and complete person in a relationship just yet. So that's why it's just not the time for you to, because you yourself might need to find anywhere you feel you're dependent on something other than yourself. So, I mean, it's okay to like have people in your life, for sure. Let your friends help you, still accept help from others. And, you don't have to like isolate people and from getting close to you. But just make sure that you've healed yourself of codependency patterns and you're just feeling whole and complete in yourself. And I feel like that could help flip things in this relationship. Okay, and now we have the 4 of Fire and the 5 of Fire. So, wow, these are really strong energy cards. So this person is someone who's very preoccupied with like fighting, like just fighting in their life. Just they're definitely like a warrior type. So they probably have some Aries in their chart, and it's like they just, I don't know. It's like they're preoccupied with just fighting for things in their life. Let's see if the book can give us a little more insights here, because this is not a traditional tarot. Especially the 4 of Fire. Okay, so yeah, this is different than the 4 of Wands. This is action, concentration, focus energy, application, practice, increased skill, impetus, work ethic. Okay, so they're super caught up in just improving their skills and reaching their goals. They're so focused on their goals. That's why they haven't been able to devote much time or attention to you as well, because they're like, I'm way too busy, way too occupied just getting that goal. It's like they're going to get it like no matter what. So they're definitely like battling right now. They're ready to just do all this battle to get where they want. So yeah, they have this desire for power, influence, wealth. They want all of that. So unfortunately, this is what comes before love for them. But I do feel like they want love one day, because they want like a family. This is someone who wants a family. This is someone who would be very good as a family person. Okay, finally we have channel. You are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. So I do feel like they felt like this amazing energy coming through you. And they were, didn't we have like that beautiful energy card wherever it went? Oh my gosh, so many cards here. Love is your energy. So yeah, they felt like the energy of love coming through you. Like you might have just channeled so many words of wisdom to them. and they will just never forget that because they've never experienced anything like you before. Okay, so what would pile four's person actually say to them? Actually say to pile four. I'm battling my addictions. How interesting, because we have this codependency card here. So they could just be, you know, I feel like it's like a workaholic type addiction thing, addicted to wealth, power, fame, you know, going after that. So what can we see about this person's addictions? The Chariot. Yeah, they're addicted to success and going after their goals. So it's like to their detriment. Okay, usually it's a very good and healthy thing to be fighting towards your goals, but it's like too much with them. Wow. Oh my gosh, the Five of Wands. Battling, battling, battling for their goals. So they're addicted. They like get high on that energy of like challenge and crisis and conflict. Like they love challenge. And they're definitely like a warrior and like a fighter, like some like a soldier type person for sure. So some of them might actually have been in the military or are currently. Okay. Wow, I'm overcoming my childhood trauma. Yeah, this person has a lot of darkness and demons to overcome. Okay, so what are they trying to overcome particularly? This one popped out. Oh, the Six of Cups. Oh my gosh. So I feel like they are like super sweet underneath. And like their like innocence was maybe kind of taken from them in a way, and they're afraid to just give in to anything that makes them feel sweet and innocent like that again. The Five of Pentacles. So it could even be that maybe they grew up with financial difficulties, just feeling like a lot of guilt and shame. So they definitely are battling with that. Okay, this one just came off the top of the deck. Oh my gosh, I've had very vivid dreams of you. I definitely feel very much that they are dreaming of you. Like you're their escape. And you're so different than what I'm used to, but I like it. Yep. Like I was saying, they've never known anyone like you before. And, oh, I miss you. That one's beautiful. Okay, so they pushed you away. Oh, this one just popped off. I'm making a plan to come back to you. They did push you away, but it's like, I feel like they are not sure or confident in that decision at all. But they just feel like they have to do it. All right, these were just sitting here. I've never felt a love like this before, and I pretend I don't care because I care too much. This is a very much a King of Cups card. All right, so from my deck here, what else would pile four's person actually say to them? My love for you goes so deep. Oh man, another King of Cups card. They recognize that love. Give in for my touch, for my taste, for my lust. That hasn't come up in a long time. So this person is attracted to you on all levels. You're everything they could have wanted. You turn loose heaven within me. We had that paradise card. Yeah, you guys, they felt like they were in the Garden of Eden with you. You were their paradise. I'm so sorry for not giving you the time and attention you deserve. Wow. We'll get one more. 5. This person could be a life path 5. All right. I'm terrified of you. Yes, they're terrified of love. And they like don't understand what you are. So, because you're so powerful. And they're not used to someone like you coming into their life. All right. So, pile 4, what advice do they most need right now to help them out the most in this connection? Okay, this one. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Wow. Okay, so you're probably like way in your emotions about this connection because you love them so much. So they're just your emotions are just so all over that it's just like you feel like you just don't even want to do much in life maybe right now. So it's saying in order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So if this person just kind of left you, you just have to just accept it and move on. For now, I mean, it doesn't mean like you guys will never be together again. But for right now, you just have to just be able to let it go and just be like, what will be, will be. You have to get to a point where you're like, okay with never being with this person again. And I know that's not easy, but it can be done. And it will, if you can do that, it will bring you a lot of peace. So yeah, that is the message, big message for you. Just, get to a place where you're happy, like again, where your emotions aren't running out of control. You can definitely do it. Okay, guys, I hope this helped you.